If your shoulder is killing you after pickleball, you are not alone. It is a very repetitive sport with a lot of overhead and internal and external rotation, and it's gonna hurt that shoulder, especially the next day. So we're gonna be going over 3 simple, effective exercises and plans to do to stop you from popping ibuprofen every single time you're on the court. My background is in sports medicine and orthopedic rehab. So I've worked with hundreds of people and fixing their injuries so that way they can continue to enjoy the sports that they love. So we're not just gonna do generic advice as to what might help. We're gonna go through specifically the 3 things that will fix your shoulder so we eliminate pain ever again. So if this sounds like you, that you play pickleball or tennis, anything with the rackets, and then the next day your shoulder is tight, it hurts to lift up, it hurts to reach behind, then typically it is going to be one of 3 things. It's gonna be your rotator cuff, your bicep tendon, or tightness in your outside of your shoulder. So we're gonna go through step by step how to fix those 3 things so that way your shoulder complex, instead of being forward, is gonna now be open to allow your body to have a better range of motion and fix that pain that you're having over and over again. First things first is going to be your rotator cuff. Now that is the ligament that is inside your shoulder, connects the front of your chest to the back of your shoulder blade, allowing you to rotate that shoulder without it popping out of socket. So easy test to see if it's your rotator cuff is to put, if you can, put your hand behind your back like this and then try to bring it away from your body. If you are feeling pain around the outside or in the front of your shoulder, typically that is going to be your rotator cuff. Now, the best way to fix this issue is probably not what you think, but it is to stretch your chest and to strengthen your shoulder blades. So stretching your chest is going to allow you to open up. So you should always be open like this is proper form on that shoulder. If you sit in front this way, this is called upper cross syndrome, and it's tightening up everything from your neck and your chest and pulling on all of your back muscles. So the more open you are, the more range of motion your shoulder has and the less impingements it is going to have. So you're not getting that pinching, that pain, or that tightness. So in strengthening your shoulder blade muscles, you are going to be doing like a Y raise. So you're gonna lead with your thumbs and you're gonna come up to squeeze your shoulder blades and back down. Typically we do this on the floor. So you'll be here on the ground, thumbs up to the sky, and all you're gonna do is lift up and squeeze for a 3 count, bring it back down and rest. Lift for a 3 count, bring it back down for a rest. If you have a bench is also just as effective. Just put it up on an incline, have your feet apart on the bench, and then come up like a YMCA. You're squeezing everything in between your shoulder blades and then bringing it back down. You want to do this with no weight first, strengthening up just what's called time under tension and isometrically hold that spot is going to be much more effective. As you get better, you can then add weights, but for therapy and fixing it, you want to strengthen up. So what that's going to do, your posture muscles right through here, your lower traps and your serratus, which is the muscles going down your spine, are going to keep you more strong and open. So when you're here standing, you stand upright versus slouching over. The stronger this is, the more you're able to stand up, but then that also means the more you have to stretch your chest to keep your chest open. So focus on rotator cuff, but just doing a simple Y exercise will fix that spot. The next possible problem for the shoulder is your bicep tendon. And it's funny because you're gonna feel it in the front side of your shoulder, but it's actually the long head of the bicep that attaches up there is what the cause is. So an easy test to see if it's your bicep tendon is to put your hand on a doorknob and then turn right or left. So as you're flexing and you feel a pain in here by turning back and forth, that is going to be your bicep tendon. If you don't have a doorknob, go to shake someone's hand and tell them to put resistance onto you. So as you try to go and then you feel it there, that's going to tell you it's your bicep tendon. So an easy fix for this is to get a set of dumbbells, start light at the beginning and go heavier after, but you're going to come up into a palm up curl, and then it's all about the way down. So you go slow, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bring it back up again, and then go slow, 2, 3, 4, 5, bring it back up. You want to do about 3 sets of 10. And the big key here is you want to puff that chest out, come up with the curl, and then let it come down slow at the top. Don't do curls coming forward because you're just exacerbating that tightness. Again, you're puffing that chest out, bringing the shoulder from in front to the back, and start up here and go slow on the way down. Even if you swing coming up, that doesn't matter. It's all about coming slow on the way down to elongate that bicep tendon and stretch it out. So the third spot that could be causing the pain in your shoulder is your posterior shoulder complex. So it just could be tight, which is the backside of that shoulder coming forward. And there's one simple, easy stretch to do so you can use as a point of reference to see how tight that shoulder is. So let's say it's this shoulder that hurts. You're going to lie down on your side on that shoulder, start your hand at 90 degrees, and then you push it down towards the floor. If you can't go all the way to the floor, if you're here at 90 and start to feel pain here, then I want you to hold and put tension against that hand and then bring it back up. Get down a little bit lower, hold if you feel that pain, and push against that hand for tension, let it come back up. Come down so that if you cannot rotate to put your hand down, then you know that you need to stretch that posterior side of the shoulder, because as that loosens up, it's not going to be forcing you inward, and it's going to allow you to be open. So again, everything we're talking about today is to be how open can you be with those shoulders. So focusing that in your head. So when you're driving, try to sit your head back against your car. If you're sitting on a couch, try to keep your head back. Everything where we're keeping back and open is going to be super helpful to help eliminate this shoulder pain. Now that you know what to do for your shoulder, here is some preventative things that you can try when you either at home before you leave or as soon as you get to the arena for pickleball, tennis, any of those sports. Is you're going to want to go to a wall, hands are flat, and then you want to open up as far as you can to squeeze your shoulder blade and stretch out your chest, and then back and forth. So you're opening and rotating, squeezing the shoulder blade as you come open, keeping your other hand on the wall, and really try to open up that side. Next is going to be just doing arm circles, back, and always go reverse. Don't go forward because you're going to do that in the game. You want to go reverse and open it up again. Every time you come back, you're squeezing that shoulder blade. As you come back here, you're squeezing that shoulder blade, back and forth, opening up those hands. And then last thing is sunrises. So taking your thumbs, you're going to come up to the top, and then on the way down, puff that chest out and squeeze shoulder blades all the way till your pinkies touch your hips. And then come back up again, squeeze shoulder blades coming down to touch your hips, and back up. All of these you want to do about 10, so like on the wall, 10 on each arm swings 10 to 15 on each side, and then sunrises coming up and squeezing those shoulder blades about 10 to 15 times. You really want to get that whole shoulder complex open and get these muscles firing so that way they know to be active during the sport. If you are doing all of these things and you're still having shoulder pain, especially after like 2 or 3 weeks, might not be a bad idea to see a professional, see if there's something that you can do to fix it. Remember, if you're going to be taking Advil or some anti-inflammatory, you can take that 3 to 4 times a day for up to 2 weeks. After that, you want to take a break so that way your body doesn't have any issues from it. Same thing goes with ice. If you want to ice within the first 72 hours, icing is always 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off, 15 minutes on again, and that's one cycle. You can ice about twice a day for about the first 72 hours. After that, it's not really going to help that much. You might want to switch to heat and see if the heat and circulation loosens up any tightness you have in there to allow you to get that better range of motion. Because remember, it's all about shoulders being back, not shoulders being forward. So just look at yourself in the mirror. Your shoulders are in. How do we get them back? How do I squeeze and strengthen these back muscles to allow me to open up with my chest and have a better range of motion for the shoulder? Now, I do these videos twice a week, helping people over 40 have fun with life, have fun with sports, and to avoid any injuries as much as possible. So please, if you guys have any comments, put them below. I read every single one, and I'll see you guys next time.